Yeah, I mean, obviously a win's a win. You win, it's hard to win, so that was great. But I do think that personally for me, I could get a lot better. Just thinking back to a few plays where I was misfit. I think I could improve my game.
And was it tough giving up the rushing touchdown? It was like game 8 of last year.
Yeah, it was, but we put it behind you and we got to win. So.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
You start to feel more comfortable in the second half?
Yeah, I mean, it was the first game of the season, so you never really know what you're going to get. We just stuck together and we got better.
What were some of those specific plays that you felt like you were kind of out of your fit?
Just a few passing plays where I wasn't really sure of the route combinations, but eventually, we just settled down and it was fine.
Defensive strategy, Coach Kelly was saying you guys will give up the kind of dink and duck plays, but nothing over the top. Do you think doing that against Temple, then applying that to Michigan, you guys can have the same level of success?
Yeah, I mean, as a defense, we're just trying to keep the points down. That's all we try to do. So, I haven't looked at any Michigan films. I don't know what they do. But yeah, well, that's our objective.
You guys rotated maybe a little bit more with personnel this year than last year defensively. How do you feel like that went, mostly from a communication standpoint?
Yeah,
I mean, the biggest challenge.
That was awesome. Guys were running in and out, communicating the personnel. It was fast too. They were going tempo. It's hard to do when the team's going tempo, and we did a great job with it.
How do you feel like you guys kind of handled not maybe knowing exactly what they were going to be offensively?
Well, I mean, the coaches kind of just told us that too, so we weren't just going into it blind. They did a great job preparing us for that.
Was it when they got in the short field, they seemed to struggle? I know the field gets smaller, obviously you can't do as much, but what made your defense better as they got closer to the goal line today?
I just think that, when your back's against the wall, you play a little differently, but we just stuck together pretty much. We know we have each other's backs, and I think that's what really helped us be successful.
Was there, again, to use his phrase, dink and duck that Brian said, was it frustrating after a while that they would just kind of just gnaw at you?
Right. No, not really, because, we were kind of expecting it, so we were prepared for it, and that's what, we were just trying to be successful that way.
Coach Kelly talked just a while ago about the inside linebacker play, about that it was a little sloppy in the first half. And what was the difference? What happened at halftime that made it different?
I think just, coming into the first game, personally I was a little sloppy in the first half, but, coming into halftime, talking to Coach Diaco, we got some adjustments, and, we played better in the second half.
How different was it without Manti out there?
I mean, it was a little bit different, leading up to the game. But once we're in the game, we're just playing. You're just playing football, just doing